Welcome back to In the Paint. Now, everyone loves a good rivalry game. We opened our show with Terre Haute North and South, but I can promise you, no love is lost between Vincennes, Lincoln, and Jasper. And what better place to meet your rival than in sectional semifinals? These two hashed it out on the hardwood in Princeton. Picking it up in the second quarter, Janae Goodwin off the miss. Haley Hipsher, tough down low, gets the O board and the putback for Lincoln. A little later, Hipsher knocking down the three. Big things for the Alices. Lincoln beats Jasper 47-26. Now get this, the heavy favorite Jackie Young, you've heard a lot about her. She just broke the scoring record in the state of Indiana. Her team Princeton got upset by Southridge, ending their 53-game winning streak. So Lincoln will play Southridge for that sectional championship tomorrow. In the North Davies sectional, Vincennes Reveille, who's had a great season so far, taking on Shoals. This is the opening play of the game. My photographer was so impressed with this play. Kelsey Ivers knocks down the three. She finished with 21 points on the night. A little later, a little give and go. Grace Wagner to Madeline Halter, back to Wagner. They lead by 5. Then Megan Niehaus, wide open, knocking down the three. Reveille takes care of Shoals 92-35. It's really hard to score 90 points in a college game, let alone a high school game, but Reveille gets past Shoals 92-35. Who would they face? Also in the North Davies sectional, Washington Catholic taking on Bar Eve. Third quarter, Peyton Loniger getting fancy with the bucket underneath. 27-13, Bar Eve with the lead. A little later in the third, Laura Taylor with the jumper. Washington Catholic trails by 19. Then on the breakaway, Hannah Fuse finishes and one. Bar Eve beats Washington Catholic 47-26. They will face Vincennes Reveille in the sectional final tomorrow night. Now it's my favorite time of the evening. Time now for the Sports 10 Spirit Awards, starting with Clay City. What we got? Rick Sedler loves the roller coaster. Up, and he just jumped into the crowd. A little crowd surfing next time, I'd be more impressed. Bloomfield, loving the Cardinals. It's straight out of Bloomfield stuff. I love it. Northview has that as well, I know. Here's Shackenmack. Oh, there's Bane. Bane is there tonight in Shackenmack. WRV fans, a little cowboy theme it looks like. Cheerleaders getting in on the action as well. Northview Knights. Those guys always come out there loud and proud. Love their Knights. Washington Catholic. Is that like a Catholic school uniform theme? I wear a Catholic school uniform. I know what that feels like. And then Vincennes Reveille. I can barely see them. They're so bright. Neon, gotta love it. Now get this, time for our WTHI Sports 10 Subway Sub of the game. It goes to Vincennes Lincoln Janae Goodwin. The Alice senior, in her first game back tonight in weeks from an Achilles injury, had 15 points off the bench in Vincennes' sectional semifinal win over Jasper. Good to see the 1,000-point scorer back and playing again. Again, very hard to come off from an injury like that and be able to score and put her team in a good position. They have a great chance tomorrow against Southridge to win that sectional championship down in Princeton. Time now for our Sports 10 Top 5 Fantasy Stars of the night, starting with Northview's Stacy Payton. 30 points, 12 rebounds. Now she just signed to go play softball at Purdue, so you know she's a really good softball player as well as a basketball player. A double-double for her tonight, 30 points, 12 rebounds, leading Northview to victory. Terre Haute South's Amani Brown, only a freshman. Very exciting things for her. She finished with 20 points. Now, if you're South, it's always good to beat Terre Haute North. That's what you want to do each season. They will play Plainfield tomorrow night. How about Vincennes Reveille? Kelsey Ivers. Reveille has had a wonderful season down south. I know you've seen them a lot on Sports 10. We're big fans of them. 21 points for Kelsey Ivers. Riverton Park's Taylor Vaughters. You've heard a lot about her on Sports 10 this year. She reached the 1,000-point mark of her career this season. Big things from her. 23 points tonight. RP hangs on to beat Attica. They will play North Vermilion tomorrow night. Northview, how about two Northview players making our Sports 10's top 5 fantasy stars of the night? Those being Olivia Mundy and, of course, Stacy Payton, who we talked about earlier. 16 points, 11 rebounds. Very, very good things will happen when you have not just one, but two players on your team scoring double-double. It's great for them. Now, I know we have a couple boards showing you the matchups for tomorrow night. Terre Haute South will be taking on Plainfield in the sectional final. Vincennes Lincoln down south taking on Southridge. That's going to be a great ball game. North Knox taking on Eastern Green. As you saw, both teams ready to go against each other. Bar Reeve taking on Vincennes Reveille. I'm stoked for that game. Bloomfield WRV, the Battle of Greene County, North Vermilion RP, and Northview Owen Valley. Thank you for joining us for In the Paint. Have a great evening.